Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Waylon the Indoor Farmer and this is episode 9. How's everybody doing? I am pretty excited. I want to show you guys something that's been sort of on the back of my mind throughout this is trying to get fish to breed, and my fish in my little 10-gallon tank, they just would not do it. So I just, I'm excited because I did have a couple of baby fish in this bigger setup. I think I have more room, more hiding places. It's pretty exciting. But as you saw last time I did an episode about this Frankenstein system here, because it really is a Frankenstein. Duke, no speak. Dogs are scared of the storm. It's kind of a Frankenstein system because I kind of built it out of a bunch of random pieces as opposed to build it from scratch or from a pre-set up piece of equipment. But the seeds are doing well. I got a lot of things going that I previously did not get to this point, at least, so that's a plus. This is weird. These seeds here, I believe this was the basil, and they're just like these blue, like white, look like alien little things. They ended up turning green eventually, but they're still blue there. That's pretty interesting. You can see that water level is a little bit high, and we're gonna talk about that this episode because these are design flaws that I found in my system, and it's kind of sad, but it's a good learning experience. Things that I can maybe remedy when I do take this whole system apart and move it, if I do at some point in the near future, hopefully. I'm hoping to move to the Tennessee area. We'll see. But this is funny here. It's a head of lettuce that I cut in half, and somebody told me that it would grow. I don't remember where I saw that from, but supposedly if you cut it in half, you can grow the roots back and it'll start up. And it did. Look, you see this piece here. So I was so excited about that until, unfortunately, I checked it over and over, kept taking pictures of it, and that was pretty much all it did, was that little bit of a sprout there. There's the mustard. This is the basil, I believe. Got a couple of spinach. There's spinach there. A little more mustard. See, these cubes I used had nutrients already in them, which is nice. I did not use that the first time. Those are lavender seeds, and they didn't actually do anything. So I'm pretty sure I'm doing something wrong with the lavender, folks. Yeah, here's that lettuce again. I really thought I was doing something awesome with that, but no. Yeah, here's the bottom. Nothing. So I ended up throwing it away. So, sad story. Here's a Placasima that I thought was awesome, and he died. So, bad Placasima. I got to return him though, so that was good news. So here's what things looked like. I had water going too high here. It was above the plastic liner that you see, and so it was seeping down in between and actually leaking through onto the boards underneath. So it was a bad issue. It didn't go all over. It wasn't crazy, but I did figure out a little bit of a workaround. But that's beside the point. The issue here is my 3 downspouts are set at different heights, and I didn't think that was an issue at the time. I thought as long as they're all below where I want the water to be, or below the max height. No, that was a gross understatement or underestimation there. That's not a word. Anyway, so I figured out though that this closest downspout is the shortest, which is bad because that means that the water will be flowing out there directly from the PVC here where all of the main solids are coming from. So this whole system might be very flawed in that the nutrients may not actually be getting over there to the other end of this trough. yes, there's water trickling through all 3 downspouts, but most of it's rushing out of this one. So I know there's a problem there, and I'm trying to just rotate the plants back and forth, trying to get them all some of that good water. Some of the seeds fell through, and you can see here that excuse me, a little eyelash. You can see here that some of them are surviving, but they didn't survive too long. I don't think they're going to live very long. Excuse me. You don't have a lot of light at the bottom there. This is up the water exit spout there, so you can see I put the camera as far as I could, so you can see those roots starting to reach down for that water. This is the mustard. Mustard's doing well. You can see here that somebody might think, oh, is it dying? Is there a bad spot? That's actually the seed still from the growth of the plant. It's pretty funny. You'll see that every now and then where there's a piece of the seed still connected to that plant for a long time. Basil's actually taken off pretty well. I'm happy with that. The spinach always does this, and then one of them died. There's 2 of them looking like that, and then one of them just died off. Another of the same. You see, there's like algae growing on my rocks, but really that's not hurting anything. Could be a little bit mold. I mean, algae. I don't know if I need to do something about that. We're going to find out shortly, I'm sure. I know it's good to change it out every so often. It's a long time. Yeah, this is my pump. It's funny, you see a lot of these seedlings that got through the system and now are growing on the pump, but they won't be able to grow long because there's no sunlight down there. There's me excited about the lettuce again. Dang lettuce. Didn't do anything. Look at this. Nothing. I just chucked it. I threw it away. Might try it again sometime. I'm just growing the small leaf lettuce now, for now, so. Basil's doing good. I actually just looked at it today. It's looking even better than you see in this video. So, I'm excited. Can't wait to try some of this stuff because I've tried to grow some of it in my 10-gallon system, but it hasn't been working out too well. So, I'm hoping that this does a better job. Fully, edible, maybe. That would be great. So yeah, these are actually going to be really dense. I think that's going to be a good thing when it comes to the root system. Finally got some up there that have longer roots. Yeah, so this is what I did to fix this. So I have this empty basket over the top of that, so it's sort of creating this suction, like a much stronger suction than there should be. So everything's just rushing out of that downspout, and the other ones still have some water coming out of them, but still, though, I mean, it's just rushing, and that's not good. I mean, that's just going to pull all that nutrients straight back out. So I don't know what else to do about that yet. I am working on it. Might have to adjust this as I move it. Yeah, I found a couple of those little stray seedlings, and I tried to regrow them, and they're going pretty good. They're just all by themselves. Shut this sound off because you just hear more water rushing. Yeah, okay. So should have turned this video the other direction, obviously. It looks pretty bad like that. Same with this one, it looks like. But you can see here that I got the little pots from my neighbor boy who has me growing him some wildflowers. But the mustard was going up really high like that, but now it's all sort of laying down flat, as you can see there. This is a good view of the entire table. Yeah, one of these 2 spinaches died. That one there, I think, started dying off for some reason, even though it's the better looking one. Now it became the one that this one's still going, but it still looks like that. So it's very strange. And these mustards are laying down much more now than they are in this video. Yeah, the flowers there actually got kind of wrecked from being dunked under the water, so it didn't work out too well. Yeah, you can see some algae growing there, so I can just wipe that off. It's not a problem. I could cover that too, maybe, and reduce that algae growth. That would be a good idea. Yeah, see, there's just random seedlings growing in my fake tree down there. I thought about getting underwater plants because, guys, to be honest, I'm getting kind of obsessed with the cool stuff for the fish. Getting them lights and getting them cool things to hide in, and you know, some of that stuff's expensive. That's why I made my own little homemade version there. Yeah, I got some lights for the glowfish to make them glow. And that's not a box inside the aquarium, that's the reflection, I promise. Yeah, so this light I thought was good, but I ended up returning it because the light that I got did not have as much blue in it for the glowfish. So this is actually more like a white light than a blue light. So I had to return that, and I ended up getting the right one. Yada yada yada. It worked out well. It looks better than this. You'll see. Yeah, so you see all that sediment there. There's a lot of, there's fish poop, but there's a lot of food there too. So I found out I was feeding them a little too often. What I've heard is, you know, once every other day or once a day if you feed them lightly. So that way they're not just leaving a bunch of lunch all around the aquarium. Let's see, there's a molly, there's a balloon belly molly right there, that orange one, and then there's a black one. This guy, he just poops all day. That's all he does. This is poop he's got hanging from him. And then when a chunk of it finally breaks off, because it just hangs from him forever, the other fish will go and try to dive at it because they think it might be food, and they run away after they try it, and then another fish does it, and another fish does it. It's kind of comical. And then you have these guys, these algae fish here, that are always chasing each other. I know what that conversation's about. It's like, hey, get off my rock. This is my rock. And it looks like I should have turned this video sideways too, but hey, that's alright. You'll get the gist. Yeah, there's my pooper right back there. I heard goldfish poop a lot, but I don't have any goldfish in here. Yeah, that's fish poop. Jeez, I didn't know that. I'd never had fish before, you know. And I don't think it's all their poop, but just the mollies. Yeah, look at this. Dun, 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 dun. The spinach, guys. You would think the spinach would be thriving in that water, in the wetness, in the moisture. But it did not. It died. Why? The other one's going fine. Look at that. It looks fine. Don't understand. I think it's a nutrients problem. I'm not getting all the nutrients at the other end like I should be. There's mustard. See, that's all laying down crazy. I mean, maybe it should, but I think it's growing too tall because my light is too high up, and then it's too high and too heavy, so it's leaning over. See, I got some flowers going in here, and those flowers are not looking good at all. I think they got flooded, but they're holding in the basket. There's some goodies I got for our fishies. Glow turtle. My son likes the glow turtle. You can kind of see there. Got some shiny rocks, some glow turtles. Good glow turtle buddy for everybody. And there's me doing my me thing, checking things out. I'm so interesting. I'm so interesting. Guys, I'm really hoping to start doing interviews soon. I know I said that a few times. I want things to be just right, you know, there's a few things that I want to get, but I think it'll be a lot more exciting when I can have somebody to talk to that knows what they're talking about. Look at this lizard, he showed up. It's one of my son's toys. Put him in there. Oh, there, see, look at that. He's dropping poop over here. I didn't even see that. There's a glowfish. Yeah, I got some, you know, some glowy things, some pretty things. It's pretty cool. My son likes it. But yeah, I'm hoping to start doing interviews, like I said. But I'm gonna start calling around. I wanna line up a few before I start. So I think it'd be fun. I'm a very curious guy. I want to just ask people all sorts of questions. I think a lot of regular people could listen to something that is more broken down to a general wording in between the terminology used in the business and everyday people who just use the product. And most of the time that's going to have to do with agriculture, you know, and self-sufficiency in general. I think that's the idea. I mean, there's plenty of topics within that range that could be, you know, talked about ad nauseum with multiple different angles, and you know, it doesn't have to be boring. I mean, I can already think of so many, but I do appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for the support. And, you know, come check me out on Rumble. I'm on rumble.com, I'm on locals.com, and I'm on youtube.com. You will find me if you look up Waylon the Indoor Farmer or the Indoor Farmer in general, one word. But thank you for watching. Until next time.